I will now call to order the special meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Texas Southmost College District. Trustees present, Mr. Ruben Herrera, Dr. Tony Zavaleta, Mrs. Delia Sainz, Mr. J.J. De Leon, Mrs. Eva Alejandro. Absent is Mr. Art Rendon. Also present is our President, Jesus Roberto Rodriguez, PhD. And I will call on Dr. Zavaleta for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I'm honored. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Thank you.
Mr. Hernandez, is Ms. Delia Sainz signed in?
She is not, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So Mrs. Delia Sainz is absent. Thank you, Dr. Zavaleta.
Yes, thank you.
Do we have any public comments? No, thank you. Item number 4, trustee election. Consideration and possible action on the canvassing results of the Texas Southmost College District election. I'll call on Mr. Schenkel.
Good evening, Madam Chair, President Rodriguez, trustees. I'm Edgar Trunco Salas, the Director of Marketing and Community Relations, as well as the college's election agent, and I'm here to present on the election items. The first election item is the canvassing of the results of the TSC district election. On November 3rd, 2020, an election was held for places 1, 2, and 4 for the TSC Board of Trustees. And the results are as follows. Place 1, Adela Garza, 41,905 total votes. Place 1, Jorge Luis Cifuentes, 15,632 votes. In place 2, Anselmo Naranjo Jr., 10,897 total votes. Alejandra Aldrete, 34,812 votes. And Antonio Guevara, also for place 2, 11,103 votes. And finally, in place 4, Delia Sainz, 48,059. Therefore, it has been determined that according to the election results, Adela Garza, place 1, Alejandra Aldrete, place 2, and Delia Sainz, place 4, were duly elected to the Board of Trustees of the Texas Southmost College District. And an oath of office ceremony for the selected trustees will be also taking place during this board meeting.
I will now
We need a motion to approve that?
Yes, I will now entertain a motion to approve the canvassing results of the Texas Southmost College District.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Dr. Zavaleta, second by Mr. Herrera. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 4B, consideration and possible action on order declaring the results of the Texas Southmost College District election. Mr. Franco?
Yes, ma'am. The second related item is the order declaring results of the election. On November 3rd, 2020, an election was held for places 1, 2, and 4 of the TSC Board of Trustees. And if you would like, I can go ahead and read the order for the board.
Go ahead, sir.
On this, the 16th day of November 2020, the Board of Trustees of Texas Southmost College District convened in regular session, open to the public, with the following members, to wit, Adela Garza, Chair, Mr. Herrera, Ruben Herrera, Vice Chair, Dr. Tony Zavaleta, Secretary. I believe we also have Eva Alejandro, J.J. De Leon Jr., Art Rendon, and Delia Sainz. Constituting a quorum and among other proceedings had by said Board of Trustees was the following. There came on to be considered the returns of an election held on the 3rd day of November 2020 for the purpose of electing 3 members to the Board of Trustees, and said returns of said election having been duly canvassed by the Board of Trustees, and each of the candidates in said election received the following votes, to wit, Adela Garza, 41,905 total votes for place 1, Jorge Luis Cifuentes, 15,632 for place 1, Anselmo Naranjo Jr., 10,897 votes in place 2. Alejandra Aldrete, 34,812 for place 2. And Antonio Guevara, 11,103 for place 2. And finally, Delia Sainz, 48,059 for place 4. It is therefore found and declared and so ordered by the Board of Trustees of Texas Southmost College District that the above trustee election was duly called, that notice of said election was duly posted, and that said election was held in accordance with the law. That said election, Adela Garza, place 1, and Alejandra Aldrete, place 2, and Delia Sainz, place 4, were duly elected to the TSC Board of Trustees of said Texas Southmost College District, subject to taking their oath.
Thank you.
As board secretary, I want to point out to you that unless I heard incorrectly, the number that you read total for Alejandra Aldrete is not the same as is printed in my packet.
Yes, so there was a revision done after that packet that you also will have available.
All right, well, you see, I'm not crazy. Thank you.
No, sir.
Leave it to Dr. Zavaleta.
Well, I'm watching everything.
I will now entertain a motion to approve the order declaring results of the Texas Southmost College District election.
I so move. A second.
Motion by Mr. De Leon, second by Mr. Herrera. Any discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All those against? Motion carries. Okay, and now I'm going to call on Dr. Flashman, Associate Vice President of Instruction Workforce Development, to bring us together in prayer.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for the TSC governing board you have assembled and entrusted to guide this institution. We give thanks for our trustees and the courage they have shown in their service to others. We thank you for their vision and their collective abilities to make that vision a reality. We give thanks for their wisdom that you have bestowed upon them. We ask that you continue to bless the leadership that you have assembled here at Texas Southmost College. Continue to bless our trustees with the wisdom to discern wisely, the courage to act decisively, and the vision to carry us into the future. We ask these blessings in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
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 Thank you, Dr. Flashman. Administration of oath of the office to elected trustee.
Tonight, we're swearing in Ms. Adela Garza to the Board of Trustees of the Texas Southmost College District, Place 1. Adela Garza was first elected to the TSC Board of Trustees in June 2008, re-elected in June 2014, and elected chair of the board in 2017. She grew up in Laredo and later moved with her husband to the Lower Rio Grande Valley, where they raised a family and became successful entrepreneurs. She's co-owner of Tino's Prescription Shop and vice president of Titadel Corporation. Lifelong advocate of education, Ms. Garza leads by example, attending TSC in the 80s and earning a Bachelor's of Science degree from the University of Texas Pan Am in 1987. It was only Pan American in 1987. Her professional life includes 6 years as a senior education consultant for Wasatch Educational System. Aside from being an entrepreneur, dedicated mother and grandmother, she is an active member of her community, giving up her time, talent, and resources to causes such as education and family health and wellness by serving in the board of directors of International Education Services, Healthy Community Services of Brownsville. She served as a board member for the Olmito Irrigation District number 20 and the Los Frenos Consolidated Independent School District from 1999 to 2003, serving as board president from 2001 to 2003. Ms. Garza and her beloved late husband, Dr. Faustino Tino Garza, of 41 years, have 4 children and 4 grandchildren. At this time, I would ask Adela Garza to come forward with Honorable Trey Mendez, who will administer the oath of office.
Patricia and John, will you come up?
Welcome, everybody. All right, you ready?
Ready as I can be.
All right. Raise your right hand. This is the statement of elected officer. I,
I,
say your name,
Adela Garza,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I have not directly or indirectly paid,
that I have not directly or indirectly paid,
offered, promised to pay,
offered,
contributed,
promised to pay, contributed,
or promised to contribute any money or thing
or promised to continue any money or thing
of value or promised any public office
of value or promised any public office
or employment for the giving
or employment for the giving
or withholding of a vote
or holding of a vote
at the election
at the election
at which I was elected.
at which I was elected.
So help me God.
So help me God.
All right. Now the second oath, this is your oath of office. I,
I,
Adela Garza,
Adela Garza,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Texas Southmost College,
of Texas Southmost College District,
Place 1
Place 1
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will,
and will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
and laws of the United States
and laws of the United States
and of this state.
and of this state.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I guess I'll start.
Well, welcome everybody. Thank you all for being here. This is really an honor. When Adela asked me to swear her in, we've got to confess, we planned this quite a bit of time ago. She asked me earlier this year when we were planning a different election for May rather than now. So in order to swear her in, I had to go get a notary public license. So thank you for making me a notary public. And one of the things that Adela asked me was, when I was going to do this for her, was she said, "Are you going to prepare a speech?" I said, "No, of course not. I never prepare speeches. I always talk from the heart. That's the way I do it." She's like, "Well, you better prepare a speech." So I was like, "All right." So I've got a few notes. This is not a speech. This is as close as you're going to get to a prepared speech from me. My first memory of Adela goes back to, I think, 2009, when I would see her and Patricia and Tina at Longhorn games, and Judge Sanchez was there as well. And she was always trying to get me to run. She says, "Please consider running for TSC." And I said, "Well, I'll think about it. I'll think about it." And this was fall 2009. And little did she know that I actually had already planned to run and was already going to run, but I was just kind of keeping it close to my chest just in case I decided to change my mind. But that was some of the first memories I have of Adela. We've been through so much. 2010 election, my election. Then we had a 2016 re-election. Then my election this past year for mayor. And Adela was there with me every step of the way. She's been with me every step of the way throughout my journey in public office, in the 10 years that I've been in public office. And you know, we've been through so many battles together here at the college. In 2011, when we voted to preserve Texas Southmost College rather than let it go to UT system, then which if it wasn't for that vote, which we were right here, standing right here at this very stage right here, and we had that meeting. I think it was February 17th, 2011, and I made the motion to preserve Texas Southmost College, and you can say that the rest is history. And now we have the highest enrollment of all time. We continue to set more records every semester, and I couldn't be more proud of that vote and all the time that we served together here at Texas Southmost College. And there's, like I said, there was a lot of battles, there was a lot of work, a lot of sweats, a lot of tears, literally. And there was a lot of behind the scenes, and Adela and I will tell you, we don't always agree, and we have not always agreed on certain things dealing with Texas Southmost College. But I think in the end, if you ask her, she'll tell you that I was right every time. And there's three words that I would use to describe Adela, and the first one is strength. And anybody that knows her knows that she's a strong lady. She's strong in her convictions, she's strong in her faith, she's strong in her dedication to Texas Southmost College. Second word I would use is passion. She's had the passion to serve in public office. She's served in public office for longer than I have, and even more than that, when she was at Los Fresnos as well. So she's been a dedicated public servant for probably about 15 years now, and God willing, another 6 years now that she's been reelected. And the last word I would use to describe Adela is probably the most important, and that's loyalty. She's loyal, and she's loyal to her friends. She's loyal to her family. And if Adela's in your corner, she's going to be in your corner as long as she's here. And I can vouch for that personally. Adela's been in my corner so many times, and that defines friendship, and that defines family. And I don't just consider Adela a friend, I consider her family. And she is the most loyal person I've ever met, sometimes to a fault, just like me. We've been loyal to a fault, and that's okay. The most important thing is that you're loyal to your friends and your family, and I can attest to that 100%. So with that, it gives me such a great honor, Adela, to see you here another 6 years at this college. It's an honor to have sworn you in, and just to be here and have seen the things we've done at this college, and to see what the college has become. I think if you ask anybody, this would not have happened if it was not for your dedication, your strength, your passion, your loyalty to this college, and we are where we are now because of you. So, Viva TSC. Thank you.
Viva.
Well, I also sometimes kind of put some words together, but quite frankly, Trey said everything that I was going to say.
How comfortable.
Not surprisingly, since he is a member of the family. It's not surprising that he shares those same feelings. He was wrong a couple times. I mean, just a little off. A little off. Not 18 years, this is now 22 years of service that my mom's given to the community. And really, for you invited guests that are here tonight, braving the pandemic and walking around and wearing, these masks and trying to put on high heels again and suits that we haven't done in months and months, we really appreciate it. And I think the only thing that I can add to everything that Trey said that was just right on point is things have been really challenging every election, at every turn. And quite frankly, I'm amazed every time my mother decides to put herself out there again and run again. And for all you elected officials here tonight, the fact that you put yourselves out there to do that, my hat's off to you. I don't know that I would have the courage to do that because it's really hard. And win or lose, again, congratulations to you guys for doing it, and for those of you who have won. Throughout all of these elections, starting back in 1998, my sister was 10 at Los Fresnos. I was in college already. You guys have been there, and you've supported her. You've been there for my mother, and you've been there for us. And with each election that's become increasingly challenging over the time and in the world we live in, and particularly this year, the very divisive politics going on in this nation, you guys have been there for her, and you've been there for us. And I really appreciate now that I'm not here every day. I can't just walk across the driveway to my mom's house and see her and make sure she's all right. I really appreciate and love you guys for being there for her, for checking in on her. And things have been challenging the last couple weeks, but we hold our heads up high. And you guys have been there for her again, and you're here for her tonight. And we love you, and I'm so proud of you, Mom. She's taught me, doing the right thing, like the split with the college is with the university is incredibly difficult. And so many times doing the right thing is the hardest path. But you have to do it. And that strength of character of doing what's right when no one else is looking, that's what my mother's taught me. And I know my dad's here, and he's very proud of you as well. And congratulations.
Dinner on me.
Tina's going to say a few words.
Tina, okay. Go ahead. Unmute yourself.
I hear that in court.
The story of the pandemic. Unmute yourself. We cannot hear you, right? I want to say thank you to this fabulous, fabulous TSC team that allowed me without hesitation to join today. You guys are awesome. You guys are rocking it. From somebody who's now in the business, I guess you should say, with my development at Mount Sacred Heart Catholic School, I just admire what has been done under the leadership and guidance of our president. But this board has come together, and it's incredible to see the growth, the joy, the happiness that has come from this amazing community college that has a fantastic place in Brownsville. Congratulations to all the work that this community college has done and will continue to do, no doubt, with this wonderful, wonderful team, wonderful board who is willing to serve beyond belief. And Mom, I am so, so proud of you. You did it. I cannot tell you how much, even though, there was a rumor that you would come to San Antonio, you belong there to continue to serve that community that needs you now more than ever. The times are there, things are happening, you guys are at the forefront of community colleges, and I think we need to be boosted up a little bit more on that list that I saw the other day, Presidente, but I know you'll get it done. Mom, congratulations to everybody that's serving on the board. Thank you for your service. I know that these kiddos look up to Grandma so very, very much, and they were a little confused at what exactly was happening today, and I said, she's officially in after winning her election. So I know they prayed every single night that what? That Grandma wins. That Grandma wins, and she did, thanks to all the voters and the continued support. As my sister said, and as Mayor Mendez said, doing the popular thing is not always the right choice in other people's eyes, but continuing to be loyal to this community, continue to strive for what is known to be better is just incredible. And kiddos, you want to say something to Grandma? We love you, Grandma. We love you, Grandma. We love you, Mom, Grandma. We love this community, and I'm so very happy that with your leadership, patience, love, and commitment, this college is going to continue to do amazing, amazing things because of your perseverance and strength.
Thank you. First of all, I think I need to thank God for bringing me here. The rumor was that if I lost, I would sell my house and move to San Antonio. But that did not happen. We won. So the kids were disappointed, but I'm not ready. Great things are happening at TSC. When Trey and I worked together, we had this vision. And I can say this for myself. I didn't dream this big. I wanted a great community college, but I didn't realize how great it could be. A few weeks ago, we did the ribbon cutting at iTech. And it didn't hit me the magnitude of what we had done until somebody from outside came and was blown away by what we have.
then I realized I just see pretty things, and he really saw the magnitude of what TSC is doing. The welding labs are amazing. Everything is amazing. And that is because we have a great leader. And yes, it starts with a very united board. And I thank my fellow trustees, each one of them, because we move forward, and we don't always agree, but we respect each other. And I think when you see a united board, you see good things happening. And I know that Ms. Aldrete will be part of the team. I had an opportunity to work with her, and she never ceases to amaze me. Every day that we spoke, I found a little bit about her that told me she belongs to the TSC family. And I know she, together with the rest of the board, we're going to do great things. Welcome, Alejandra. I really mean that. With that, I need to thank our president, because we often say that he's got two brains. And I guess one sleeps sometimes, but it is amazing the people he has surrounded himself with. And every employee that he hires, I find a place for it. Okay, why, how? And that person just fits the team. And it is amazing to see, once they come in and they start working, how well they fit the team. And I am really amazed at what you've been able to do, Mr. President. And it's been an honor to work with you. To my fellow trustees, Ms. Alejandro, thank you for serving on this board. She mentioned that she might run for the board one time. And next election, I said, you're on. And she said, well, maybe I was kidding. I said, no, you're on. Mr. J. De Leon, thank you for serving. Thank you for questioning. Thank you for being you. And Mr. Herrera, what can I say?
Something nice, please.
Mr. Herrera is a good friend to everyone, and we all know this. And he questions and he fights but I know with all my heart that in his heart is TSC, and no one fights harder for TSC than Mr. Herrera. So thank you for allowing me to serve with you.
Thank you.
And thank you for saying, okay, I'll run. So with that, I want to thank the TSC family.
Dr. Zabaleta.
Dr. Zabaleta, I'm sorry, you're not in front of me. Dr. Zabaleta, I thank you for your wisdom. I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And I thank for all those times that late at night, I send a note and say, what are you thinking about this? And he always has an answer. And he always speaks my mind. And he'll question what I'm reading. And I'm going, oh, I guess I better read. But thank you, Dr. Zabaleta, for being there, for bringing your wisdom to TSC. I love you dearly. You're my dear friend. And thank you for serving with me on the board. With that, I'm going to get, I guess, the next one to be sworn in so we can become a full board. Thank you for being here. To all my friends. Norma, thank you for being here. Gloria, thanks.
Tonight, we're swearing in a new board member through the Board of Trustees of the Texas Southwest College District, Ms. Alejandra Aldrete. And I tell you, she deserves this position. She worked very, very hard, and I'm so proud of you. Ms. Alejandra Aldrete graduated from St. Joseph Academy in 2003 and attained her bachelor's degree of science in bilingual education from the University of Texas at Brownsville, Texas Southmost College, and the master's degree in educational leadership from Lamar University. She has spent her professional career as an educator in Brownsville. Her desire for public service stems from her commitment to give back to our community and help increase access to educational opportunities for all students. Alejandra enjoyed helping children at Brownsville Independent School District as a teacher at El Jardín Elementary for 8 years, as a dean of instruction at Skinner Elementary for 5 years. Ms. Aldrete continues to provide educational leadership and support English learners and their families by providing equitable opportunities as curriculum specialist for bilingual ESL Title III department. Increasing educational opportunities for students is her passion. Ms. Aldrete's entrepreneurial spirit was evident at the age 16 when she started her car rental business using one of her father's vehicles. She rented the car for her family and friends. This start evolved into her own successful business, Classic Auto Car Rental, proudly serving the community in the Lower Grande Valley for the past 8 years. Ms. Aldrete was born in Brownsville and raised on both sides of the border. She lived in Matamoros and attended private school in Brownsville. She learned to embrace both cultures, providing her with a multicultural lens that brings diversity to the college board. Ms. Aldrete resides in Brownsville and in her spare time is a passionate advocate for animal welfare. Ms. Aldrete eagerly anticipates her service as newly elected trustee, place 2 at the Texas Southmost College, to serve the constituents with strength and dedication. At this time, I would like Ms. Aldrete to come forward with Honorable Judge David Sanchez, who will administer the oath of office.
I, Alejandra Aldrete, I solemnly swear that I am not directly or indirectly paid or offered, promised to pay, contributed, or promised to contribute any money or thing of value, or promised any public office or employment for the giving or withholding of a vote at the election at which I was elected. So help me God. Okay. I, Alejandra Aldrete, I solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of Texas Southmost College, District, Place 2 of the state of Texas, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States and of this state. So help me God. Thank you. I would like to say a few words. May I?
You sure can.
Good afternoon to all. I'm just so excited. I have my whole speech written out, and of course, you suddenly forget, right, what you're supposed to be saying. But first of all, I want to thank God for allowing me to serve as a TSC trustee. And I also want to thank my parents. My mother and my father are here with me, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my nephew Jorge, that they were with me in every step of the way. And for those that are not here with me, family and friends, that they helped me in one way or the other, and they might see this in social media later on today when it's posted. I want to thank them for their tremendous support as well. I also want to thank my predecessor that's not here with us today, Mr. Rendon, for his service to TSC. And to my fellow trustees and of course constituents, I want to let you know that I am a team player and I believe in collaboration. And I want the continuous success of TSC, just like everyone else in the board. But most importantly, I want to let everyone know that I'm an independent thinker, and I will be making my decisions based on quantitative data and facts presented before me. I am overwhelmed with the vote of confidence given to me by Cameron County. I was thrilled. I was head over heels. I couldn't believe it. I was planning a runoff. I was planning a runoff, making sure my lists were in order. And these constituents voted for me, and I am now their voice. And I'm not someone to give promises, but I will promise one thing, that is to keep my integrity. To Dr. Rodriguez, all administrators, faculty, staff, and students of TSC, I am here to support you. And I have an open door policy. I am available for any concerns. You want to talk about something, I will be here for you. And now with that said, I'm just extremely excited to be part of the TSC family, and furthermore, I am thrilled for the future of TSC. Thank you.
Welcome, Ms. Aldrete. Take your chair. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Item number 5, recess, reception in the Gold Room, and in accordance with CDC guidelines. We will now take a recess for the reception at the Gold Room. We will return to this room in approximately about an hour, and we'll reconvene. We're on recess. I will now reconvene the meeting. Hi, Ms. Science, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, you're looking good.
Thank you.
I'm the new trustee.
¿A dónde estás, Ale? No te veo.
Hold on.
Congratulations.
Likewise.
Item number 7, announcement of proposed meeting dates. The proposed meeting dates are regular meeting on Thursday, November 19th, which we will swear in Ms. Delia Sines as well. Looking forward to that. And I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
Madam Chair, wait.
Yes.
I want to share some thoughts with you to to congratulate you and Alejandra because we were not given the opportunity, but
I am so sorry.
I want to take the time because I have been in this board for 2.5 years as you as the chair and the rest of this board have accomplished a lot of new things for our community college. And I want to congratulate you personally and thank you for your leadership. And I look forward to some more years of great things happening at TSC. Alejandra Aldrete, I can be more ecstatic and happy for your accomplishment. You worked very hard. I personally had first hands-on to see the work that you did. I know that when I first met you, I saw a leadership person in you, and I want to welcome you to this board. Congratulations. I'm honored to have you here. And so I look forward to doing great things with you as well. Thank you.
Thank you, JJ.
Alejandro?
What JJ said. No, seriously. It's exciting. I think when we get new blood on the board, and that I think they also see our vision. We are a united board, and we've done some great things for the 2 years that I've been here. So welcome, Alejandra. Look forward to working with you. And of course, Madam Chair, thank you for your leadership and your vision. Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome, and let's get to work.
Of course.
With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Herrera, second by Mr. De Leon. All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. We stand adjourned.